Hearty welcome. Good morning to everybody. GraceandForce.com. All our students are here, and along with their teachers, some of the principals and parents have joined. Thank you so much for joining. We are talking about negotiation and diplomacy, and most of the students are, MUN, that is MUN aspirants, and lot of activities they are taking part in. And I take this opportunity to appreciate the parents who are behind the scene, encouraging, motivating their children to work towards excellence. And this platform, graceandpost.com, is enabling our young minds to become future leaders through rigorous practice. And we are conducting various programs, and they are enthusiastically participating in all the activities conducted by gracesignpost.com. We have conducted so many sessions for our young learners, which are very beneficial to the beginners as well. And today we have a special guest from Dubai, Ms. Supriya Segal, who is a very active, proactive, and enthusiastic leader shaping young minds in the education sector. So let's put our hands to welcome Ms. Supriya Segal, who is going to share her experience and expertise with us today. Before we begin, I would like to, request everybody to reserve your questions to be asked to Ms. Supriya. You can directly ask the questions to her at the end of the dialogue, the conversation, which we will be having after the introduction of Ms. Supriya Segal. To introduce Ms. Supriya, I would like to request Ms. Sarita Warrior to do the needful. Ms. Sarita, over to you.
Yes, sir. I'm trying my just let me know if my screen is visible. Is my screen visible, sir?
Just a minute. Let me close my screen.
You will have to close your screen.
Yes, yes.
Is it visible,
go
sir?
ahead. Yes, yes. Go ahead, please.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. It is my honor to introduce today's guest, Ms. Supriya Segal. Supriya Segal is an educational leader, Toastmaster, mentor, mother, and strong advocate of learning as a force for human transformation. She is currently serving as principal in New Indian Model School, Dubai. She has spent about 2 decades in education, academic leadership, assessment trainings, quality assurance, curriculum design, and student success. Her qualifications include NPQH from UK, post-graduation in English language and literature, web computing, and formal safeguarding training from Dubai. She is leading faculty development, curriculum innovation, and learner support systems. She is known for building teams and learning experiences that are deeply student-centered and future-focused. Her work stands at the intersection of education, technology, emotional resilience, leadership, and human growth. Through her professional journey and public reflections, she continues to speak about education, parenting, women leadership, innovation, stage presence, and the emotional world of young people. We are honored to have Ms. Supriya, one who spade young minds, with us today. Hearty welcome, Ms. Supriya, to this postcast.
Welcome, Supriya ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sarita, for this innovative welcome. Really impressed. Means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sarita ma'am. And before we begin, let's have a quick question to the participants. Ms. Sarita, are you ready with a poll?
No, sir, has been a problem with the poll actually, but the questions are ready. They can always share it through chat box. Will that be fine?
Yes, please. Please put the questions in the chat box.
I'll put the question on the chat box and I'll also repeat it for everyone. The question is,
Sarita, meanwhile,
yes, ma'am.
No, if you want, I can say that from here because we're talking about diplomacy, and diplomacy is the art of letting someone else have your way. So let's have their way. And
yes,
you can type the question, I can read for you.
Yes, ma'am. You can go ahead.
So the question that we wanted to ask from everybody was, if you have ever attended MUN, what's your biggest challenge in the MUN? So we'll be giving you 4 options for that. Is it building connection, or it's handling conflicts, or it was writing the resolution, or speaking confidently? You can write your answers in the chat box. Feta, you have to give me some answers when the poll is done.
Yes, and I can't see any answers as of now. But yeah, they're coming up right now. Writing resolutions, building connections, speaking confidently, handling conflict. We have a book list of all of them, Supriya ma'am. The speaking confidently seems to be leading the way, writing resolutions as well.
Building connection, writing resolutions, yes.
Yes, I've repeated the question for everyone on the chat. Building connections. Now, yeah, ma'am. There are various answers.
Okay.
Okay, any more questions, Miss Supriya, you have to the,
No, I think we'll start with that
yes.
because as you were asking me yesterday about the negotiation, is it winning
Yes,
or how the meaning you wanted to ask, right?
yeah,
So let's go ahead with the
yes.
interaction first, and we'll take these answers and we'll highlight on that.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Sarita, and thank you all participants. And here we have Miss Supriya Sehgal to talk about negotiation and diplomacy. It's a very important aspect which you have to take care when you are representing your school in MUNs and UN replicas. So the very first question, and first of all, thank you so much, Ms. Supriya, for this
My pleasure.
opportunity to interact with our young learners, and some teachers and principals, parents are here. Thank you so much. And the first question is, many of us think, negotiation is just winning in arguments. So what is your personal perspective on negotiation?
Well, if I'll say in a layman word, I'll say successful negotiation is not about winning or losing. It is about finding a solution that benefit all the parties involved. And if you will see as MUN perspective, so successful negotiation in MUN is not about, again, it's only the thing that we take it further. It's about creating outcomes mainly that serves both of the sides or any sides that are involved, and depends on their interest as well, while preserving the relationship. So as it's a very well-known quote that diplomacy is the art of letting someone else have your way. So successful negotiation means both parties or the parties involved feel that they have gained something and they're valued, and the relationship remains intact for future collaboration. So in MUNs, this means building coalitions or that can work together on future resolutions. So in short, if I'll say successful negotiation, mainly if you will see the reflection after that, it strengthened the relationship always. It built that trust, because when you are giving a time to hear someone, you'll be giving the time to them and understand, and then go for the negotiation that create outcomes that are sustainable in long term.
Thank you very much. And well, rightly said, negotiation is not about winning, but building relationships, respecting others, and giving due values to your opponent if you are, in a debate. So thank you so
And
much.
Dr. Salam, I want to add one thing. If you talk about the principles of negotiation, it mainly emphasizes that the goal is not victory mainly, but it's a wise kind of agreement that meet the legitimate interest of the each side. So both of the sides are important. This is the first take I think the students should take.
Okay, it's not about actually winning. It's about the, kind of, agreement you are going to have with your, the opponent in the debate. So thank you so much, Ms. Sehgal, on, for throwing light on negotiation. First, And again, why do we think, what do you think, negotiation and diplomacy, these skills are very prominent, in MUN. And why should our young, students, should, develop these skills? Why are they so much prominent in MUN? That means UN replicas and all.
I think we all are living in a world where people from diverse culture, background, and perspective interact daily, and especially on the global platform here in UAE, whether in education, business, or any kind of international relation collaboration is essential. So, negotiation and diplomacy help us manage difference constructively. I think it, as I already said, it builds the relationship, partnership, solve the problems. Or if I will see the broader perspective, in the word of these 190 nations, 400 multi-literate treaties, and countless global crises, we can no longer impose our will on others. So influence is the new power, I'll say. And negotiation and diplomacy enables us to solve problems collaboratively, where both of the sides will be coming on the discussion table and bring their points further. And mainly in MUN, if you see MUN perspective, MUN is a training ground for all these skill development. And researchers already shows that delegates with 4 plus approximately MUN conferences who attended, they reached UNP2 status within 2 or 3 years. And that is 2.3 years faster than their peers. So in an AI dominated job market, I'll say negotiation is the least and the final human skill that everybody's supposed to have. AI can write the clauses, but it cannot read the room. So if you have to read the room, you have to put further your thoughts, and you want to win others, you have to go about that.
Thank you. And so from this, I should take it like, negotiation and diplomacy are not just for MUN or UN replicas, but for life. When we are living in this interconnected world with the AI and so many challenges in, in daily life and the, things around. So your negotiation, diplomacy skills will, make you very successful. And MUN or UN replicas are the best platforms through which you can polish this negotiation and diplomacy skills. So thank you so much, Ms. Sekha. Next, I have another question. What qualities distinguish a negotiator from an ordinary communicator?
Well, a negotiator, if you talk about it, possesses a quality such as, first of all, an active listener.
Okay.
Active listening is very important. And you have to have emotional intelligence. You should have empathy towards others when you're listening to them. And a good negotiator, I'll say, separate people from the problem. They focuses on interest rather than the positions. Known there, Batana actively listens and adopts to cultural context. So I'll say a good negotiator, they will build trust in the limited amount of time and continues developing the trust. And until the end, they remain calm. So under pressure and focus on the collaboration rather than confirming their thoughts that they have. And they keep their own viewpoint with them and put it over there as when the final things come. And effectively, negotiator, I'll say, seek to understand all perspectives. So, and they also work towards mutually beneficial solution where they can carry on with the continuous relationship further. So simply, if you will see that these qualities not only work on the MUN ground, but on the real ground in life as well.
Yes, yes. So we should understand that negotiation or diplomacy is more on building relationships rather than just be a communicator. You can communicate in any way, but the aspects of negotiation and diplomacy will keep your relationship with others, very positive and strong. So that's about negotiation and diplomacy. And Ms. Supriya, can I come to your personal experience as a school leader, shaping young minds, training teachers and all? What do you think as a school principal and a leader? Have you ever had situations where negotiation and diplomacy played a critical role? And could you share one unforgettable moment, such moment?
Dr. Salam, you worked as a principal already. You know very well that in school environment, we frequently work with students, parents, teachers,
Yes.
and external stakeholder also. So we used to have these skills used by on a daily basis. Well, each of the stakeholders with whom we work as a school leaders, I think with unique expectations they have from us. So I recall a situation, or there's so many, where recently we have to schedule a change, that was affected multiple groups. So rather than imposing a decision, we call them over there on a table and we engage them in the discussion. So we listen to them carefully, what are their concerns, and collaboratively from the student side, we listen from the parent side also. And the directions that was given by here, the local authority, we develop the solution.
Okay.
So I say there are these experiences that we are having at the school ground or the work ground. The experiences reinforce the importance where you keep transparency. You will tell them why we will be doing it, and then you can sit over there and discuss like how the solution can bring. And for sure, empathy is the base. And with that, you can say yes, inclusive decision making comes over there with leadership automatically. So when as a leader you are handling those difficult dialogues, generally that power of empathy work more. And as I told you recently, when we discussed about one of the problem that we are not able to bring the solution from the official authorities, parents themselves accepted that there were the loopholes over there in the system, and then they came up over there on the same ground and supported us and worked with us as a team for their students, because we work for the students' benefit.
Okay. So that means the most important is understanding.
Yeah,
Understanding.
and mainly treating the stakeholders with respect, along with understanding what is their interest, and with that we can, I think, create solution with their own will.
Yes. So better have good relation, and through mutual understanding and great respect for others will always be avoid conflicts, or you can get rid of the challenges or overcome the challenges. And these skills, when you negotiate or be diplomatic, you can always avoid conflicts, or you can solve conflicts. So that's so wonderful, Miss Supriya. And have you noticed students, they are they are practicing a lot for a month, and this UN replica on public speaking and debates and all. So what is your suggestion to them when they practice for this month and all? So there are, with us, there are many students who are very beginners. They are in the intermediate category, and they are advanced students. And some parents are also eagerly looking forward to know what are the elementary lessons or the aspects they have to look forward to or take care of when they start practicing for MU, and that's MUN or UN replica. So can you please throw some light on it?
Well, the students who are participating, who just started participation in MUN, or who are planning to participate and take it over there even further as a career also, I say they develop mainly public speaking first step over there when they participate, and resolution drafting, strategic thinking, and all transferable to career. They can take this to their career in law, in policy building, in business leadership, and it all reflects over there further in the journey over there in universities as well. So once they start, if I talk about the research shows that delegates with, as I earlier mentioned, 4+ many MUN conferences if they had, They will be easily reach UNP2 status much easier and earlier than those who are not practicing. So
Hmm.
I'll say MUN builds confidence, it builds empathy. And for those who are just thinking to start or just started, they need to think about do's and don'ts. Generally, what mistakes they are doing while trying to persuade or participate over there. They talk about convincing people over there in the discussions. So, one common mistake is focusing too much on speaking
Hmm.
and not even listening. So, I'll say listening is the key. And many young people believe that persuasion means presenting stronger argument,
Yeah.
but true influence come from the understanding the other's person perspective. So another mistakes is allowing emotions to override facts when they're discussing on a heated discussion or a very strong topic. So they feel so strongly they have to put their thoughts further or their research further that they forget about the empathy. So who are just the beginners will be starting, they have to see to that young negotiators, they have to focus on what they want, means their positions, rather than why they want it. Means
Okay.
don't go for the interest, go for the position, and don't be emotionally involved in it.
Okay.
So the trend to argue rather than asking questions. That is the common mistake that is done, and if we'll take care of it, for sure we can take it further. So these are the things. If you keep it in mind, the people who are just started the journey,
Hmm.
they can take it further over there if they want to take it in their careers as well. And mainly the clash of ideas that result from the different perspectives that allow students to critically consider how different ideas map on one to another and they can further take on.
Okay.
I hope it will help them.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. And you have answered some of my questions, like, the common mistakes students make when they participate in MUN and all. And definitely empathy plays a vital role. Thank you so much. You were talking something about emotion. What, role emotional intelligence plays in diplomacy and negotiation? Can you throw
Uh,
some light on it?
Well, as I discussed about empathy, and we always say in the common scenarios also to be empathetic
Yeah.
behavior in the school also. These are in the regular lessons. Well, emotional intelligence it's very critical because it help individuals to manage their own emotions, to understand other emotions, and it enable negotiators to remain calm first of all,
Hmm.
and then they can communicate respectfully. They are not eager to put their thoughts further. They make thoughtful decisions. And in many cases, emotional intelligence determines the success of negotiation more than technical experience alone. So if you will see sometimes the newcomers, or you'll say who just started, they follow the rule book, but along with that, they do have their own personal, interpersonal, and emotional intelligence and other skills that help them succeeding fast. And they do have impact also. So empathy help us understand
Hmm.
the fear behind this position, and these all social skills help us building a rapport across the cultural line, hardly matter from whichever culture the person from. So if you are too assertive, others will be assertive too. So emotional intelligence helps us, or help you all students to find the right approach for getting any kind of situation. So we should go for that.
Yeah, rightly said. Emotional intelligence is the most important skill every 21st century young ones, learner should possess, or anyone who is living in the interconnected world should possess, because earlier we used to give due weightage to IQ. Now it's not only IQ, it is EQ, which is
EQ.
very
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very important, and this will make you very successful, because you cannot shout at others. When you lose your emotional intelligence, you will be very sentimental. You will become very sentimental. You will be very aggressive. You cannot be aggressive in a debate. You have to be very, very negotiative and very much diplomatic. you are a diplomat. So when you are representing your school or any country in the man and all, you have to be diplomatic. So very good, Miss Supriya. That gives a lot of input to the students to take care of emotional intelligence in public speaking or debating and so on. So thank you so much. And coming to the qualities that global leaders possess. There are lot of global leaders and so many qualities they possess. So what do you think this young diplomat should possess and emulate from those leaders? What are
Well,
the
I think the ground rule is same.
Hmm.
Global leaders and diplomats listen more than they speak. You
Okay.
can see many good leaders over there internationally and in our own country also.
Okay.
They build trust before they need it.
All
And
right.
they stay very curious about opposing views and act with integrity. Don't go on the news channel debates, but
Hmm.
journal when you see over there. It is hardly matter. It's your MUN committee or it's even in UN Security Council also. If you will see, global leaders, they separate people from the problem.
Hmm.
They focus on the interest, as I say, always focus on the interest, not on the position, and invent options for the mutual gain.
Okay.
So, in the real world, if you'll talk about, in the real world, lasting solutions are rarely achieved through confrontation, I'll say. So, students should emulate qualities
Hmm.
such as integrity, as I talk about empathy, resilience, respect, adaptability for different diversity and diverse situations and people. You need to focus more as leaders on critical thinking and effective communication is the key for sure. I say great leader always remain open-minded. They seek understanding and they work towards solution that serve the greater good. So a good negotiator or a good leader is someone who can build trust of the other side or the other party in the least amount of time and can continue developing the further trust and then take the conversations to a conclusion. So which allows them to read the room and adopt the approach.
Thank you so much. So a lot of qualities you have, expressed, conveyed to the young learners. Well, integrity plays the most important role, along with empathy, emotional, intelligence, and so on. So at the same time, we are talking about a negotiation and diplomacy. Of course, diplomacy plays a very important role as one of the best qualities, students can, demonstrate when you are taking part in MUNs or UN replicas. Ms. Supriya, coming back to graceandforce.com, most of our students are using graceandforce.com to train themselves, these AI platforms, because the future is AI and Nano School is the future ready school for our young learners. And most of our students in cohort 1, we are training them in cohorts, different cohorts. Cohorts 1 has started and is going to complete within 2 weeks. And very drastic change we have noticed in from the beginning till this week, and they have performed beyond our expectations, and Grace and Force has helped them a lot as they have conveyed to us. So what is your take on your experience with the Grace and Force as an educational leader who have, observed graceandforce.com platform? Please.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for taking this initiative. It means a lot, not only for these young leaders, but for our society as well, Dr. Salam. And when you introduced me, I think lots of time I just went back and have seen like what strategies you are focusing on over there. What impressed me the most is its practical approach as you're following and developing for developing this communication and leadership. And this initiative, I think, it's a commitment to teaching negotiation as a human skill. It's not a skill that is separately done. And it reminds me of the strategy of this, I hope you remember, window and mirror. Means that actually when you see on window what you will see as a leader, and when you will see at the mirror what you will see as a leader. And I think you are keeping the students ready for that. It is actually highlighting, like, how exceptional leaders develop.
Yes.
There are many leaders who are born, but yes, leadership can be developed with time. You should put your good intentions into the action and have to remove the hesitation. And that is what graceandforce.com is working right now with the students. Mainly, I'm very impressed with the focus that you are doing on the real world application that is helping students to prepare for the challenges, opportunities in the future. That means a lot. And the training part that I have seen, that appears to draw, I think, on best practices that we have. I've seen and heard many interviews previously of many of the colleagues with whom you discussed. So from professional negotiation programs that is used for UN, you're preparing them right now. I think it's a right age. And whenever you start, it's a right start. So the focus of graceandforce.com is mainly to develop the basic skills to the expertise skills. And that is very impressive. So I will personally say thank you so much for taking this step further. And you are full-time associated with that. And we can see that change that I think with the upcoming discussions with the leaders also. Would like to be a part of it for a longer time as well. So
Thank you for
hopefully see
always
how we can
welcome.
take it further, because as a leaders and educators, our main aim is to just see the bright futures. We were preparing students for 21st century.
Yes.
21st century is now here. And I
Yes.
think it's a very good step to take it further.
Yeah. So thank you so much, you for your, input about graceandforce.com. I have been telling our students, they need a strong opponent. Then only they can become stronger.
Yeah.
So AI with whom they are practicing is a strong opponent, no doubt. Even I have tried. Many have tried, and our students have been trying with the Grace and Force AI. But this is going to the practice, the continuous practice is going to help them, get rid of their shyness or all the nervousness on the stage. As you said, it's a mirror and window, or more than that. So that will enhance their confidence, and definitely and your answer to this have answered all my questions. I have reserved a few questions with regard to graceandforce.com. So thank you so much, Ms. Supriya. And a quick advice to the parents and students who have gathered here, who are very keen on representing their country or becoming global leaders, and bringing laurels to their schools and home. So what message can we give? So what is the role of the parents here? Can you throw some light on it, a role of parents and the message to them? Thank you so much.
Well, being a parent of two, I can say that we parents can encourage open conversations at home. I was just heading one of the discussion yesterday on the empathetic parenting with one of the very well-known speaker from Bangalore. And I think confidence grow through encouragement, patience, and trust. Generally, if you see the parent of our age, we always say, fine, the kids, we're very open with the kids, and we always say that, yes, we are friend to you. But as soon the child started opening up, we wear our parenting cap back. So we need to have that balance. And I think there is no course for parenting. Parenting learn with time. You grow with your kid as well. So we need to make sure that when you are supporting them, please take care of their own personal interest as well. Because generally, if you ask a child what you want to be, and they will be either influenced by their parents or forced by the parents, they are living their parents' dream maximum of the time. So I request to the parents, please let them have their own dreams. And it is important to create a supportive environment where children feel comfortable. So
Mm.
they will be able to come to you readily what happened in the whole day. They can tell you directly, and they can learn from their mistake. So I'll say in short, give them freedom of failure, and tell them if you are failing again, also fail better. I saw that and I heard this dialogue in one of the series on Netflix and it has really impacted me that yes, we should give freedom of failure to our kids, but
Mm.
please tell them if you're failing again, fail better.
Yep.
And I hope it will be breaking the barrier. And when you're talking about how they can support for MUN debates, in MUN in debates or any kind of platform of public speaking, if you are helping them and supporting them and getting them ready, give them permission, as I said, to make a mistake. Don't expect that any performance or every performance they will be doing 100%. You have to ask open-ended questions to them, like, what did you learn today? Or what do you think, how can you do better, rather than will you win? Or did you win? After coming back, generally one of the parent who's very busy and
Yeah.
only one parent can give time. So another parent question is, did you win or no, not? Or and then the answer is over. So don't do that, please. And slight research shows that MUN participation actually built confidence in students. Stage fears go automatically. They
Mm.
just have to prepare, come back and participate. And that's the reason we used to call it model United
Modern.
Nations.
Yes.
Yeah. So model good communication at home also, and show them what it looks like to listen actively, ask questions and find common grounds. That's what. And let's learn and grow together with them.
Very well, said, and very good advice. In fact, so that reminds me of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's, asking yeah, everyone to read failure stories, right? Not success
Yeah.
stories.
Now success story. Yeah, yeah.
Not
Very common one.
success stories. Yeah. So, of course, definitely, parents are looking forward to, their children bringing laurels, becoming success. Definitely. But at the same time, when they fail, we have to give the due backup support and, motivation to climb the next, step to scaffold the parents have to scaffold, their young ones. Thank you, Ms. Supriya. One last question. If you could teach every student uh, one skill, okay, what would that skill be?
Uh, well, I'll say understand others
Mhm.
before you expect,
Okay.
or keep it in mind that any story, any situation is like a story. So any story have three sides. One is your side,
Okay.
one is other person's side, and one is the actual side.
Actual
So if
side.
you
Yes,
keep
right.
it in mind, you will be able to go and negotiate anything with anybody. So this ability of strengthening the communication that builds relationship, that enhance your leadership, and for sure it prompt empathy as well. So it's a skill that can positively impact every aspect of life.
Mhm.
And I think as a Harvard Law School's program on a negotiation, it found that 74% of negotiations leave values on the table because they assumed a fixed pie scenario.
Mhm.
Where other 26%, they will say why first, and then they create value. So teaching students to ask why transforms how they approach every debate or every MUN debate and any kind of life conflict that they handle.
Mhm.
So I'll say that this is the lesson of one of that orange story I heard, where one of the chef wants the gist and
Mhm.
another wanted the juice, and there was only one orange left over there in the store, and they were fighting on that, although their needs were different. So both can get what they need with that one orange, but they should understand why they want that. So that's the solution.
Okay. Thank you so much. So understanding is the most important thing. Understanding
Yeah,
others. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, madam, I was recently, reading an article on it came on a newspaper about students who are practicing or involving in debates and all, they become very aggressive and disrespectful or towards others. I think we are talking about negotiation and diplomacy. So this is, I think we can connect it with that scenario. When students become, so aggressive and disrespectful, that means they do not understand what is diplomacy, right? So students argument or debate is not disrespecting others. You are going to show yourself as a valued person, a diplomat, where you will have a composed posture and what is disposition as well. You are going to present yourself as the most respected individual in the community. How can we earn respect is by respecting others, by understanding others. So that is actually negotiation or whatever you call diplomacy. So let us not be very aggressive when you argue. You have to respect your opponent. Your argument can be put forth but by being respectful to everybody. So that will solve the problem of being aggressive or disrespectful. So thank you so much, Ms. Supriya. A lot of inputs you have given, your experience, expertise, and they have given value, added values to the students who are looking forward to becoming successful global leaders. That is that is our mission, and that is their passion. A few rapid round questions. Are you ready for that? I have a few questions reserved for you. Can we
Sure,
go
sure.
ahead? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so my first question in the rapid round is one only you have to choose. Only one you have to
Okay.
choose. So the first one is whether negotiation or persuasion. Which one will you go for?
I'll go for negotiation
Negotiation. Okay. Okay.
because that is giving you the other side of the story as
Other
well.
side of yeah, correct. And next is debate or diplomacy.
Well, again, I think here debate works because
Debate.
debates will let you know why are you talking about it, and if you have that empathic side and you're ready to listen to other, so the art of negotiation itself will come, and it is negotiations art is the art of understanding people. So it's the art of asking the right question. So in debates, it's you can build that trust before you need it, and the art of creating outcomes where everyone feels that they gain something.
Okay.
So I will go for debate.
So being a school leader, leading thousands of children, you may have some 5,000 to 6,000 children in your school.
7,000 plus.
Okay, 7,000 plus, and
Yeah.
a good number of teachers. So what do you think? You choose one thing, only one, authority or influence?
It's from the leader side or from the team side?
Our global leader side.
I will say influence.
Influence.
Because authority will always go and show the power.
Yeah.
When you talk about influence, it will take you back over there to discussion. It will take you back on the negotiation.
Correct.
And because in an interconnected AI-driven world, the most valuable skill you can develop is the ability to build bridges, to forge alliances, and create win-win outcomes. So for that, I will go for
Influence.
that.
Right. Rightly, sir. Right. Thank you so much. And this we have already discussed, so I am skipping that question. Next question is competition or collaboration?
If it is healthy, it's competition. Otherwise, collaboration.
Okay.
So if we can
competition
keep the
should be
competition healthy, yes, healthy competition, always go for that. But it brings the collaboration. So it's all interconnected, I will say. Interconnected.
Thank you. So one word that describes GForce, that is graceandforce.com.
Future.
Future. Okay. Future of our young learners.
Yeah, future of the young leaders and the society, because
Okay.
impact comes over there with that intention. And I know the good intention you started it. Yes, always every startup have a financial gain behind that, but along with that impact that it will be bringing the change in the society. And especially as an educator, we are preparing our teachers, our students for 21st century skills. It is 21st century already. And I think when we see impacts, we proudly say, yes, we did our bit. So it's future.
Okay, thank you. And one skill that AI cannot replace.
AI can give you the answers, but AI cannot understand the room. So you are the one who can understand the actual story when you understand other sides of story before telling your own story.
Again, understanding plays a vital role. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. One habit that has contributed most to your success.
My success.
Yeah, that others
I'll say
can follow.
discussions.
Discussion.
Discussion and sharing good practices. I don't hesitate sitting with anybody and discussing and listening to their points. So I'm a good listener.
Mhm.
And I developed this habit with time. There was a time where I also jump on the point and I feel like that I already have enough information to pass on. But with the time and in this leadership journey, I learned these negotiation skills. So yeah, I can say I'm not sure I was a born leader or no, but I developed my leadership skills with time, and I'm proud of that.
Well said. Thank you so much. And
So if I said I can do that, anybody can do that.
yeah, discussion. That is, when you talk, of course, definitely you are discussing, and but when you listen, actually, you learn more, right? Dalai
Yeah, and
Lama.
mainly, Dr. Salam, if I talk about success in this 21st century, it is not determined solely by what you know, but how effectively you work with others. You learn to listen and then you communicate with respect. As you already said, it is going and converted into the heated kind of conversation when people wanted to prove their point. The future belongs to those who can build bridges. I think it will be the takeaway from this session. So inspire, collaborate, and lead with empathy. Because understand, story always have three sides: your side, my side, and actual side.
Yes, definitely. No. Thank you so much. We take it in that spirit, and young learners will follow, this advice, students, parents, this reminds me of Dalai Lama saying, when you talk, you repeat only what you know. But when you listen, you learn something more. So listening is very important first. And as Madam has said, this age is not just like what you know, but the focus is on what can you do with what you know. So that is the importance of 21st century. What can you do? That is more important than what you know. You should know, but with that knowledge, what you can do for your future. So that is the most important thing. So thank you so much, Ms. Supriya. This Sunday morning, you have made it very remarkable with your presence and your
Thanks for having me here. So
input.
I learned a lot.
Thank you so much. And I think our young learners may have a few questions. If you have any questions, please put up your hands, virtual hands. Yeah, Aradhya comes here. Aradhya, please shoot your question.
Aradhya, you have to
My
unmute
name is
yourself.
Aradhya. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
My name is Aradhya. I'm from grade 8 and school GD Goenka Lords Public School. I have two questions. And my first question is that what is the most important skill for a beginner in MUN?
Most important?
Can you repeat the
Skill
question, Aradhya?
for a
Skill.
beginner in MUN. Yes, but I just want to.
Okay. And second question?
My
Only one
second
question.
question is
Oh,
that what
okay.
are
Yes, please go
What
ahead.
are your top 3 books recommendation for your younger student? What we can say interested MUN.
Okay.
That's are my two
Aradhya,
questions.
if you are listening to us from starting,
Yeah.
I hope you know the topic of today's session as well, right? So one, the
Yes.
importance is for the your most important skill on that you trust. So the trust, as sir already said, it's not about knowledge. It's about how you use that knowledge. So if you feel like that you're a good listener, how you brush up that skill and use it over there further in your delegation, right? And generally people give the suggestions of different books, right? I'll say go with your interest. Means if anybody will say that you be like Dalai Lama or you be like the Prime Minister, no, you be the Aradhya, and you are the one unique person on the earth, and you be the best version of yourself. And when it comes over there in sharing information through books or the media, it depends on your choices. So understand yourself first, and then brush up your skills along with the provided processes and the solution. So be the best Aradhya in the world. Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you,
are you
ma'am.
happy with the answers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please concentrate on your skills. Okay, build up your skills
Yes.
and give a lot of, practice on Grace and, post.com. Okay, all the very best. And going to Umair. Umair, please ask your question.
Good morning, Umair.
Umair can unmute. Yeah.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, my question is, what makes us a good leader, great leader?
What makes a person good leader?
A great
Great
Ve-
leader.
Great leader. Okay. So what is the difference in the good leader and great leader? You have to understand that, right? Do you understand the difference between a boss and a leader? Do you
Yes.
understand? May I know what do you understand by boss and the leader?
Ma'am, a boss means makes the person do the work, and the leader handles with them and makes them perfect.
Yes, so the best leaders are those who actually stands behind the team, right? Show them the way how to do this and participate and support them and understand that what are their needs. So if you can inspire one person in your whole life who say that yes, Mr. Umair or Master Umair is my ideal, you are a good leader or a great leader, and there's a journey started to be a great leader. So life is a path of learning. So keep on learning and upgrade your learning, and that's a journey of the leadership as well. So take the responsibility and be accountable for that. That's the key.
Thank you.
Well, it was a very good question, Umair. And Ms. Supriya, Umair is a very proactive learner in our cohort.
I could see that.
Yeah. And
All
going
the
to,
best, Umair.
yes, all the best, Umair. And going to Khushi. Khushi ji, please. Khushi ji. Yeah.
Yes, good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. I'm Khushi Ji and I'm studying Capital Public School 8th grade. And my question to you is, do you think negotiation and diplomacy play a major role in your daily life? Like excluding MUN and debates, do you think negotiation and diplomacy actually face through daily life challenges?
Oh, so what kind of challenges you feel like you're having in your daily life? Name one.
I wasn't sure. I just wanted from a general perspective.
So the general perspective, you see why you develop any kind of skill, right? There are different processes and different platforms on that. You go, you participate, right? And you learn and you prepare yourself for the same thing. This is what the skill development first step for, right? So if you see general perspective, the skill of negotiation will work over there if you are going and opting for the same kind of professions, as I told you, leadership, law, right? And over there in the social services, where you really have to deal with the difficult situation or sometimes the difficult dialogues. People actually get rid of or don't want to face difficult discussions just because they may not have that much courage that they will be listening to others. They come on the conclusion fast. So delegation, diplomacy, it will show you over there how to patiently listen to others, have empathies for other thoughts as well, and conclude it with your thoughts and come on the solution. So for sure, I hope it works over there. Even if you have to go and get something from your parents, right? And they are expecting that you will be completing some task and you'll be go for that. For sure, you have to get the things over there in your hand. These are the way. This is my pathway, and how I'll be taking it further. right?
And yes, ma'am, another question to you is also, how do you develop leadership skills, like in daily tasks only? Like, what are the qualities of a good leader that you can eventually develop?
Leadership starts with the first step where say, I will. I am available for the help and support, and I will do that. And that is what the leadership is. Don't keep your thoughts to yourself, express and start the journey. That is what leadership all about.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Khushi, has that answered?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm satisfied. It was
Okay,
good.
all the very best. All the very best to you. Going to
You can
Nitin.
use that emojis over there on your screen so we can able to understand that you're okay with the answer or you're still confused with the question. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I'm okay with my answer.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Nitin, yes.
Okay, good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. I'm
Good
from
morning,
Silicon
Nitin.
City International. And my question is like, how do you be a better delegate, not just for yourself, but also for the people around you? Like, I don't want to be a delegate who's just, better for myself, but I want other delegates to benefit from me too. And how do I come up with POIs on the spot?
A very good question.
If you see the best delegate, if you can see the description and MUN preparation and resources that you're receiving, right? So for being a best delegate, you already have a content that you have to follow and the step you have to follow. But if you wanted to be a best negotiator, you need to understand how to handle the difficult personalities with strategic grace. Yeah. And especially practice principled negotiation is like separate people from the problems. Don't take people and problems together. People are different, problems are different. So concentrate more on problems and focus on the interest. So invest or invent me in the thoughts that will be bringing it the conclusion, and invent options for mutual gains where you will be coming on the conclusion. So insist on objective criteria. What is the objective? Means generally we are keep on telling about problems. So just if two words I'll give you for the solution, right? Which approach you have to follow. So the approach will be, so what? Now what? Right? So what had
Okay,
happened?
yeah.
And now what we will do. Correct? So that will be taking the journey more smoother. So any
And
problem
how
if
do
you
I like,
receive with the same kind of perspective, like okay, if we came on we already have a point. So now there's a problem in front of us. So what? There's a problem. Now what we will do? So with a simple approach, I hope you will able to get the conclusion and the solution easily.
and I also had a question like, how do you come up with POIs on the spot? Let's say a delegate is done with their GSL or a moderated caucus speech. And how do you just come up with POIs on the spot? Because let's say the speech doesn't have any points, so you can, ask a question that would be good. But any question that would make sense, like, how do we come up with it on the spot?
Well, when you talk about the strategies that use formal, rules, like frame proposals as options. So what you have to do to avoid it, like don't escalate it and generally don't drain your energy. But if you will think about that time about the main personality whom we can reflect of, like the silent blocker, if you will go for that, right? So over there, if you have that kind of person who's a silent broker, you can ask direct open-ended questions and you see if the person is able to, or the prompters are coming over there, they're able to respond for that. Don't ignore, they may have the leverage for the same thing. But if any emotional delegate is there where you will be getting the response from them and they submit it, then you acknowledge the feeling, then redirect them to the conclusion, and don't dismiss that the emotions and the data they will be providing generally over there, na? So mainly when you're talking, and if you see in the perspective of negotiation in action while submitting it over there, like if you see the scenario, like I'll say two blocks competing for resources in a committee. Okay, so what applications you will look for? Like first of all, as I told you earlier also, like separate the problems from the people, and then treat it as the allocation as a shared challenge. It should not be any kind of personal conflict on that you will be focusing that time. You focus on mainly on the interest, not on the positions, only on the interest. And both blocks, both of the sides, where when they're giving it to you, so your side and their side, they should want to serve their constituents. They need to get the success in the end. So invent options for the mutual gains, and phrase findings is the best key, I will say. So share resources, and I think performance based allocations helps.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. That answers my question.
Thank you.
Okay, Nitin. Yes, those who are coming to ask questions, please make sure that you are visible on your camera. Introduce yourself, from which school, your name and class and all, so that we will be able to, connect with you. Understanding is the first thing. So going to Megha Tandulkar. Megha, please unmute and ask your question. Yes.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Actually, my name is Swarashri Tandurkar. I'm from Nagpur and I'm in 11th standard, a commerce student. Actually, I'm interested in MUN from so long, like I was known to it, but I never get a chance to go there and express myself. I have my question that how should I join it? And the most important, is there any mentorship system pairing first timers with experienced delegates?
I think you are in the session with Dr. Salam, and there's no other better mentor than him. So please contact him. And
No,
I think
actually,
in
means
actual over
should
there
I?
through the school.
Uh-huh.
So your school is organizing it.
No, actually, I have asked them for like, is there any system for joining MUN and all? They were like, you have to go individually, register yourself, and just do whatever you want.
So then go for the search, my dear. Go for the search and then see in your area which all schools are organizing the MUN and apply for that. The delegations means you can, as a delegate, you can apply anytime. And once you will connect with the school team and all, they will guide you for the same. And when it comes on mentorship, mentor can be anybody. It could be your your delegates who are participating with you. You will be making any friend, or maybe any of your teacher in the school who's having an interest. Or I think you can see Dr. Salam is already there to support you, so you can contact them directly and they can make your path easy.
I think
Yeah.
Megha is looking for participation in months, right? So you want
Yeah,
to register with the months. Which city are you from?
Nagpur.
Nagpur.
Nagpur. Okay. We are coming to Delhi, Pune. We are coming to Pune. Pune UN replica we are going to conduct. So you can be in touch with graceandforce.com. We have a
Okay.
dedicated WhatsApp group, so you can, text me as well. We will be able to hook you with. I will share my
Okay.
WhatsApp number with you. Just a minute. I will put it in the chat box. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
then
sure,
we'll
sir.
take the next question and
And just for this,
Shreya.
Dr. Salam, we will be also having here where we have inter-school and international MUN. I will share that details also with you. I hope that will be helping her as well, because that is both way, like in person and virtually also they can attend.
Okay.
Actually, I'm here to make myself clear that I want to improve my communication skills and all. So actually, I'm a poetess, and I really want to communicate, join people, and have like
You are
get to
communicating very well, Megha. Don't doubt yourself. You're communicating very well. You just have to participate and come out of this fear that you cannot do this. So every day, close your eyes in the morning and 3 times say, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. And I'm a very good communicator. You will start doing it, and with the support of a good mentor for sure. So one point is self-doubt is very harmful. Don't self-doubt. You're communicating well. Just participate more.
Yeah, ma'am.
Megha,
Thank
you
you.
can practice on graceandforce.com. A lot of
Yeah.
our students have improved a lot. They are here. Umair, Arathia, so many students are here. So I have posted the platform link, graceandforce.com. So it is there on the screen as well. So you go and sign up
Yeah.
on graceandforce.com. You can freely, you can practice daily. Okay. That will give you confidence.
Yes, sir.
and it's okay. All the very best to you.
All the best, Megha.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Going to
Thank you,
Anirudh.
sir.
Anirudh is visible, so I am
Yeah,
taking
he's
Anirudh.
raising hand for so long, Anirudh.
Anirudh. Anirudh, please unmute. Anirudh, unmute, please. You are not able to. We'll go to then Adnan. We are asking to
Yeah.
unmute. Yes, Adnan, go ahead, please.
Okay. Yes, good morning. I am Adnan. I am from India, from Thiruvananthapuram. So I am studying in grade 8. So my question is, ma'am, that's the question is, as a neutral international mediator called in to break this deadlock, how would you structure a negotiation strategy to move both nations away from their rigid positional stance and toward a mutually beneficial agreement?
Do you want me directly to answer this question, or you want any kind of guidance on that?
No, ma'am, I don't want any guidance.
Sorry?
He wants the answer.
Yeah.
Can you please repeat it? Dr. Salam, can I get this question? Because directly they can get the support over there further. In that, you have to research and get the data, right? And along with that data, they can prepare their answers further. But if you will see how to see the, reparations debates, means how we will be when we are setting the immune committees, like on, just take example, climate change. So what kind of situations we handle. So the same scenario also, you have to see what kind of situation you have to you handle, then assign the task, see what all tasks can be done for that, and then make a stakeholders map further. So you can see in this what are the stakeholders who are responsible for that, see their positions, their interest, what are the red line tags, what are the overlap coming over there, and along with that you will be able to get the answer.
Okay.
So I can tell you the process for sure. But you have to see what position and what interest, that for that you have to explore, because you have to put an explicit example or the scenario for the same.
Adnan, thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening him. And Adnan, you have, I think, you have a very long question. You need a kind of research, and will you please
Yeah.
connect with me? My number is given in the chat box. And which school are you from?
Sir, can you say again?
Which school are you from?
Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan.
Bhavans, Manvila.
No. Kodunganur.
Okay, Kodunganur. Okay. Vatirka. All right. You please connect with
Yeah.
me. I will be able to guide you. Okay. My number is there in the chat box, and also sign up. And all participants, you must be knowing that next Sunday we are going to conduct a UN quiz free of cost for you, and with a lot of prizes like what do you call Padlet, right? Then iPad. What do you call? Padlet is different. And speakers, Bluetooth speakers, smartwatches, so many things are coming in your way. So please register with graceandforce.com. And so before you leave, so that's the reason I'm announcing it today. And many of your friends and lot of students have already enrolled. We'll be closing the enrollment very soon, within 2-3 days. So please sign up on graceandforce.com. Okay, Adnan, everybody. And going to Jishan. Jishan, please unmute yourself, ask your questions. We'll take 2-3 questions more. Now, already 11:10 now. Yeah. Jishan, please unmute. We are asking you to unmute, so you please unmute and speak. Otherwise, we'll go to Tusti. Tusti, please unmute.
Sir, okay. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. My name is Jishan. I am studying in 10th grade. I am studying in UAE currently.
Which school?
In East Coast English School, Korfakan.
Okay.
You see, I believe in myself that I have good leadership skills and linguistic skills, but I want to know where all will these skills apply in my future careers.
linguistic skill.
Well, which career you looking forward for? Which field you want to go?
What is your interest? Yeah, you don't unmute. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know who is the host, but something is wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go towards business management or commerce, any other commerce, because I'm
So your
interested
commerce is your
into.
field, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you see the negotiation and I'll say what collaboration that you will be learning over there in these debates, right? Generally, when you'll go and see the real life scenario, fine, where you help, where these actions will also always reflect on your patience, on your listening skills, on your empathetic behavior, and that we use in our daily life. So if I'll say my call to action is very simple: practice for the framework, and with that, whatever skills you develop, apply that in your real life now, and with more practice you will always improve it. If you're hearing me from starting, I was just discussing with sir about that orange story example, right? Did you hear that?
No, ma'am.
You did not
I
pay
joined
attention.
late.
I will repeat it for you. So there's a very well-known orange story where we talk about what negotiation or diplomacy does. So there's a scenario where there is in a home or in a kitchen only one orange left, and there's two chefs wanted to use it, right? One of them wanted to use only the gist of it, and one of them wanted to use the juice from that. But they, in starting the fight, only one orange left. Who will use it? Fine. So if they do have the diplomacy skills or the negotiation skills, they are good listeners. They will listen to each other and they understand that why are they doing it. So same with that, when you're participating over there in any kind of competitions, debates, in MUN, on stage you speak, you prepare yourself for any kind of communication, right? You map the stakeholders. You ask why before you assume and try to fix it. So these are the skills that will help you over there in your futures for sure. And these are the skills that we as a leaders using on our daily life.
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
hope you are able to relate that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
And Jishan, you can join ma'am school month, and you just connected with ma'am so that you will be guided properly. We can understand the spark in your eyes that you are you want to become a good leader and also in the realm of commerce. So all the very best to you, Jishan. Okay, keep trying, keep practicing. Also, you please sign up on graceandforce.com now itself. Okay, just click and sign up, and you can practice there. Going to Tusti, can you please unmute? Is that name Tusti or what's it actually?
Tusti.
Okay, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Tusti. I'm from grade 7 from Dayananda Sagar Public School, and I'm a beginner in MUN. And my question is, what are the rules and procedures followed during a MUN session?
It depends. So see, MUN is Model United Nation, where we practice strategies, skill, and we focus on participation. And you already have a very strong listening skills because you are raising your hand and patiently listening to us and waiting for your turn. So half journey is already done. You already reached to 50%. Now 50% more that you have to develop, that will come from the regular participation. And Dr. Salam is again and again telling you to connect through to them. And with at your personal level in the schools also, you have taken the right decision or right time in next 5-year journeys that you have in your school itself. Slowly, year by year, you will grow and understand. So it will put it over there in streamline. For sure, you have to work for you have to get rid of stage fear if you have any. You have to learn how to construct your thoughts, right? And if you want to master MUN skill instantly, you have to, first of all, decide which is your best skill and start brushing that, right? And use it over there along with other basic skills like empathy, helping, respect, and all these things that you can participate over there in the negotiations, and you can use it. So social skills, self-regulation, self-awareness, these are all the things MUN teaches you. So step by step, when you will participate, so participate more and learn and grow daily.
Thank you, ma'am.
So stay happy.
Yes, sir.
All the best. Okay. And Anirudh, are you able to unmute?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So, thank you for giving the opportunity to speak. So, my name is G. Anirudh from Chimniya Vidyalaya, Virgampakam, Chennai. I'm currently studying in 10th grade. So, my question is, like, I have been to 7 months. The thing is, I couldn't even, I don't know how to raise a POO because the POs, like, everybody is raising POs with like 4 month experience, but I clearly don't know how to raise a POO straightforward. So that's my question, ma'am.
Well, Anirudh, first of all, diplomacy is the art of restraining power. That we always say, and I will be giving you diplomatic answer for the same thing. First step, don't be in hurry, right? Don't push yourself so hard that you wanted to, transfer directly these skills over there. You wanted to achieve further. It comes with practice, and number is just a count. 4 is the minimum count that we need to have, and it is needed to go about that. But are you confident? Are you feel like that you did your best in all these 4 delegation and you knew in and out? Are you aware about your batana? Your and Zopa, your emotional intelligence? Are you? So you have to see that, and in these 4 attempts that you have done, so replicate it and try to do it better. Just see that if you were actually succeeded or you had some point where you feel like you could fail when you're going further, right? So first of all, be confident with that. And the framework that makes the MUN diplomacy work, that is already available, right? That first is understanding. So now if you have attended 4, it means you are ready for that. It doesn't mean that you excel, right? So try to understand this thing. And my call to action, if I'll say it, is very simple, that practice one framework every week if you can, and apply the orange story that we just discussed further now. And if you will do that, hopefully soon you will be able to apply that, and it will happen automatically. If you will be working over there with other delegates, participating over there on the international platform, you will be getting better challenge. So be ready to get that challenge first, and then this process is available over there in a handbook. That is not a big deal, that you can go for that. Use AI, you will get the steps over there further how to apply. But are you ready for that? That's the main key. Fine. So look into it, and then wish you all the best. Success is there on your path.
Ma'am, small request, ma'am. Can you please share Dr. Salam's number? So I couldn't
Dr. Salam's
get it.
already put it on the WhatsApp, and you can check it. Otherwise, he will put it again, or you go on the website. You can see to that.
It is in the chat box, Anirudh. It's in the chat box. Okay.
Sir, we will take one more question and we'll wind up. Is it fine?
One more question, and last question. Anirudh, you please take my number from the chat box, and going to Shivani. Shivani, please unmute.
Namaste, sir. I'm Shivani R of class 11. Namaste, ma'am. And my question is, what are the challenges? What are the challenges that we should have for having a diplomatic skill rather than negotiation?
Namaste, Shivani. I will ask you. You are hearing us for long. What do you prefer? Diplomacy is better or negotiation? Or
Yes, ma'am. I think negotiation is something which diplomacy should have. Right.
See, you can be diplomatic only when you are ready to negotiate, right? When you're ready to understand the other side, right? So as we close, we have to reflect about this thing, that what great diplomatic leaders do. What do you think what they do? They listen more. they listen more than they speak. And they build trust before they need it. And once they trust, if I am listening to you carefully and I build up that trust that yes, I understand what you want me to tell you, or how you want me to guide you, I think you will be listening to me with a great curiosity. And this is what is happening over there in delegation. So after developing that trust, the other side, they will stay curious about your views, and they will act with integrity, hardly matter whatever pressure it is. Right. So I think I will say negotiation always create a path so that you can go and take the diplomatic decisions or use the diplomacy. So leadership challenges, if you will say, you ally in means you have to take care of those human rights, what to be discussed over there. No taboo topics need to be touched over there, and aggression supposed not to be coming in discussions, because you have to come over there on the conclusion and try to understand thing. It is debate. After debate, still that relation that you are building with that will continue. So I will say negotiation will take out to the part on those diplomatic decisions.
Shivani, are you on mute? Please unmute. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, ma'am. But rather than negotiation, what are the talents?
Well, you tell me, how do you rebuild that trust after if the negotiation breakdown? Nobody is ready to negotiate with you. What do you think? How will you rebuild the trust? Because if the trust is broken, negotiation not possible. And one more thing, keep it in mind. Always ask that mainly principal negotiation, will it work with bad faith or untrust? It will not. So developing these things itself is a skill. So work on those skills. It's not single skill separately. It is all interconnected. So you can say it's an art of restraining power. So restrain the power.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shivani. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry, we cannot take any more questions because, time has, exceeded. And thank you so much, Ms. Supriya, for guiding our young minds.
Pleasure is mine, sir.
We can see a lot of, enthusiastic, students are there. So a lot of questions, they are preparing for month, they are preparing for speeches, debates and all. See, children, we are here. Madam has spent 1.5 hours with you just for your sake, to guide you properly, to enhance your skills, to uplift you from being an ordinary speaker to an extraordinary speaker. So these strategies will, work very well with your, practicing MUN or replica, whatever. So please, read a lot. Reading is much more important. Information. Suddenly you have to, present something, means you should have the knowledge. So information is most important. But as Madam has said, you must know what can you do with that information, how to use that information very well. That will make you very successful. So we really appreciate your enthusiasm, your proactiveness, and be connected with us through gracesandforce.com. That is for you. Lots of MUN stuff is available on MUN, in addition to your speech coach or whatever facilities are there, features are there on MUN. Madam, please, thank you so much for your time. We are not keeping you anymore here because we know that this is.
I would love to give the answer, Dr. Salam, but for sure time is constrained. And I would like to use this platform to thank you so much to all these young participants who actually started their journey on time. On time, when I say, they have taken a decision that yes, they wanted to work further and they wanted to improve. So this self-learning and self-improvement is the key to success. And when we already know that yes, we are becoming the leaders, the journey will be easy and the guidance will be available for sure. And I would like to participate and share with you the information further in future as well. Whenever we are having the international competition here, the school I am serving right now is New Indian Model School, Dubai. You are very well aware about it, and we used to arrange the international competitions, and MUN will be coming over there further in September sometime. I do have the immune coordinator also who's attending, Miss Shivani, your session at present. So we'll be connecting her with you, and I hope we will be giving a platform to these students as well.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll work together. Thank you so much once again on behalf of all the participants for spending your valuable time and giving us valuable advice on how to proceed with negotiation and diplomacy. So thank you so much. And I also would like to request Supriya ma'am to get your children on our platform so that we can train them, to be better global leaders. So thank you, everybody. Thank you. Have a good
Thank
day.
you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for participating. Thank you.